It's that time again. The NBA playoffs are here. And today I'm breaking down my full 2026 playoff bracket predictions round by round and who I think is winning it all. Let's start with the Western Conference round. First round. First matchup Thunder versus Suns. I think OKC handles this one pretty easily. They're deeper, faster, more consistent, so I got OKC in 5. Next up Lakers versus Rockets. I mean, Houston has a lot of young talent, but I trust the experience of the Lakers way more in a playoff setting. I think the Rockets keep it competitive, but I got the Lakers in 6. All right. Now Nuggets versus Timberwolves. This to me is a really good matchup because both teams are from the Northwest Division and they've been pretty even. And Minnesota's defense is legit, but I think Denver just knows how to execute late in games. So I got Denver. I'm taking the Nuggets in 6. Spurs versus Blazers. I like San Antonio here. I mean, obviously because they're the more complete team right now, and I don't think Portland has enough to keep up. So I got the Spurs in 5. Now let's move over to the Eastern Conference. First matchup: Pistons versus Magic. I think Detroit takes this one pretty comfortably. They, I mean, since they're ranked higher than Orlando and their offense is just more consistent, and I just don't trust Orlando in a playoff setting yet. So Pistons in 5. All right. Next up, Raptors versus Cavs. This could be a good one. I think this one goes back and forth the entire time. I mean, Cleveland has talent, but I think Toronto just feels like the tougher, more complete team. So taking the Raptors in 7. Now Knicks versus Hawks. I like the Knicks here though, especially with their defense and physicality, and I think they'll wear Atlanta down over the series. So I got Knicks, New York in 6. And then Celtics versus Sixers. Big rivalry here. But I trust Boston more in the playoffs, and they're deeper, more consistent, and they've been here before. So I got Celtics in 6. So that's my first round. Now let's get into the conference semifinals. And back to the West, Thunder versus Lakers. I mean, the Lakers do have experienced players, but I think OKC is the more complete team. I think this one goes to 7 games, but I got the Thunder advancing. Nuggets versus Spurs, and this is where I think San Antonio's run ends. And I think Denver's experience and consistency is just too much. So I got the Nuggets in 6. Now over to the East, Pistons versus Raptors. I think Detroit's offense gives them the edge here. They just have more ways to score over a full series. So I'm taking the Pistons in 6. All right. Then Knicks versus Celtics. This, I think I'm probably going to regret this one later. But, I mean, Boston does have more. Boston's roster is stacked, but I think New York will somehow. I think New York will pull off the upset. So I got Knicks in 7. All right. Now we are into the conference finals. Let's start in the West. Thunder versus Nuggets. Pretty heavyweight matchup. And Denver has experience, but again, OKC feels like the more complete team that's ready to take the next step. And I think this one goes into 7 games, but I got the Thunder winning it. Now the East, Pistons versus Knicks. I like what the Knicks have done to get here, but I think this is where Detroit takes over. I think they just have more offensive firepower, so I got the Pistons in 5, heading to the finals. All right. So that sets up my NBA Finals, Thunder versus Pistons. Honestly, this is probably a matchup not a lot of people would expect, but it's a really interesting one. You got Detroit's physicality and scoring going against OKC's speed, depth, and balance. I think this series goes back and forth the entire time, but in the end, I'm taking OKC to win in 7. I just trust their depth and ability to adjust over a long series, and I think they get it done in Game 7 to win the championship. And those are my full 2026 NBA playoff predictions. Let me know what I got right and what I completely got wrong. And I already know some of you are going to disagree with these. If you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.